Hi guys, I'm Lucy and I'm going to be climbing Kilimanjaro in March for Women's Aid. This week, we're getting a bit crazy. I'm just talking. I think it's my favourite bit. I get to talk to my phone. I love it. Talk about some tough topics and also a little bit of chaos for you. It's only one day because I talk so much that I can only fit one day into the vlog. Otherwise, the vlog is going to be 40 minutes and we don't want to do that. So enjoy it. Love you guys. Like, subscribe. The GoFundMe is live. Every one that's donated so far, thank you so much. Keep going. I'm so excited about this, and yeah, let's raise so much money for a really, really important cause. And yeah, like and subscribe to stay in the mix. Enjoy. Whoa, guys, it's 3 p.m. Wait, is it 4 p.m? Okay, it's nearly 4 p.m. I literally need to go to diving. I do this all the time. I have to have a siesta to buck up the courage to go diving. Say what you want, don't care. It helps me dive and it works. It's like my little pre-diving treat. It's like if you sleep for 30 minutes before you go diving, you'll jump off 10 and it works. Psychology. Anyway, I don't really do the treat after. I probably should do the treat after, but I just won't. I just can't convince myself otherwise. I don't know, any hacks for that, let me know, because I hate it. I don't hate it, I love it, but it's hard. No, I actually do want to have a serious conversation. I don't think it's the right time to have a serious conversation when I look like this, but this is real. This is what I'm looking like right now. Basically, it's so hard to talk about, but as I keep saying, people in my life keep confronting me. I'm being confronted constantly by alternate views, alternate situations, and it's really testing. And I kind of wanted to talk about the opposite side of things, and I think there's equally an opposing side to sometimes people claim things. And I said in my previous video, why would anyone claim anything that's not true? The universe has shown me that I was wrong. As I always say, my growth is insane. Every day I grow, every day I learn something new. I learned that sometimes people do that. And it's hard because you don't want to take away from people having a voice, and it's genuinely so hard to talk about. And being someone that has talked about it, I know how hard it is. That hearing that there's another side to this when people do genuinely make false claims to gain something for their life is like, it's so tough because you don't want to just give the benefit of the doubt and say everyone that comes out about it is telling the truth, or everyone who is accused did it, which is why we have the legal system. But obviously, if you've seen Prima Facie and you've seen my last two vlogs after I saw it, the legal system, not good for barristers going after a lot of things that he said, she said, or he said, or whatever. But obviously I'm doing this for Women's Aid, and there is a side where, and Women's Aid have even spoken about this, and I'll put the article below, where like there is a side where men are being abused, and they probably, honestly, the fact that I'm saying this is insane, because I used to be, men are trash, and that was literally my motto. I was going to get it tattooed. Thank God I didn't. I was going to get it tattooed there with two of my friends. Thank goodness we didn't. And they both have boyfriends now, so ha ha ha. Isn't that funny? But anyway, but there is a side that where men are either the victims, in the survivors, in the sense of they are abused, which happens, and it's probably looked at differently. And it's tough. Like, I genuinely don't have the answers, and it is tough. And it's like, what is the solution? I don't know. Like, but I just felt I had to say that there is another side to this, and I wish I could come up with a solution. I guess not necessarily always the courts, but because a lot of times people are, the case is thrown out. And they definitely did, like, someone in my life was actually on the jury for a case like this, and he said, I literally knew that the guy did it. Like, I just knew, my gut said, how he was said, but You can't argue with the defence. If the defence is good, you have to go with that as a jury, and the jury wins. So then that's the side that, you know, I've been seeing, proven fasting and things. But then there's the other side where it's like, if it actually, you know, if it actually didn't happen, then how do you know? Oh, guys, it's so tough. Like, what is this? Like, my opinion is probably that karma will sort itself out anyway. But, and obviously it's on a large scale, and it's like a few people have said the same thing. If they've got history, a lot of the time in that In Control book that I said to read. Have you read it yet? Have you read it yet? You need to read it. All of the books I've said, you need to read them. Do your homework, okay? If you don't want to read, listen to it on Audible. Okay, no excuses. And it's like a lot of the time they have a history, and that would show up. So I would probably urge people that if you've ever had any experience like this, you don't have to press charges if you don't want to, man or woman, but maybe just like make a report. Just make a report, and then it's noted against them for the future, and then hopefully that would back up that someone might have done something versus if they haven't done something. But it's really tough, and I feel like nobody knows what the solution is. I literally need to go diving right now. I love to do this. I make myself late so I have less time. Guys, I'm insane. Anyway, what's the name? Like, I don't know what the solution is, but there's got to be something, right? Someone's got the answer somewhere of like how we can find ways for women to get out and be safe and be protected by perpetrators. Like, I read something, there's someone in Australia, their partner got released, which happens a lot, and then got murdered, and that does happen a lot. And it's like, what's the solution of this person didn't actually do it, so they shouldn't be, you know, prosecuted or, you know, whatever, have their life ruined. But there's another side that's like, but victims also need to be protected. And yeah, I just spoke, and I didn't like, we never came to a conclusion here, but it's something that I've been thinking about, and I'm going to keep thinking about it because I'm changing the world. Don't know if you know, but I'm not single-handedly, but like, I am. I'm changing the world, and I'll probably come up with something. Now that it's in my brain, it will bake, and then something will come to me. But if you guys have anything, I'm always open to discussions, by the way. I love talking, especially about this topic, and I love it when people message me and like anything, like to talk about it, or just say like, yeah, I'm so open to talking about it. And like, if you have an idea, if you have an idea of, okay, try again. If you have an idea of like a solution, then let me know. Like, let's talk about it, and then maybe if we talk about it, I can then put it in another video, and then more people will know. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Let me know, because I don't know, and I'll let you guys know if I can think of anything. Because like, what is the answer? I don't know. I've got to go diving now, but love you. This guys never fails to shock me that people were just like surprised by my growth. Like, my friend was like, oh, aren't you vegetarian? I was like, babe, I was vegetarian in January through to March, potentially some of April. That was months ago. I'm not vegetarian anymore. I might be vegetarian again. I don't think I will, but I might be. And that's fine. But like, I hate when people are like, oh, I thought you were this. I'm like, girl, I changed by the second. Like 5 minutes ago, I would have said something, and now I will disagree. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to, I say this a lot, actually. I say this all the time. Don't have labels. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't do, like, you're not anything label that you put on. You're just you, and you're just bopping about. Like, we're on floating rocks, not that serious. We're bopping about. And don't like hold to something, because then that gives you like expectations, and then expectations lead to like disappointment. So just like vibe. I've gone bonkers again. By that same token, guys, what rules are you creating that aren't real rules? Or what rules are you picking up from society that aren't your rules? Because there's a lot for me. Like, I was having a rule about something, and then someone was like, are you just saying that? Like, because you feel like you should? And I was like, yeah, I am. And they were like, well, what do you think about it? And I was like, well, I'm good. And they were like, well, then we're good. And I was like, wait, are we, what? Did I just implement a rule that society wants that I don't actually want? Like, because there are no rules. Like, who actually cares? What's right for me is wrong for you, or vice versa. And there's 7 billion, or there's close to 10 billion now, I think. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But, like, hello? There's so many people in the world that, like, literally don't listen to any. I say it all the time, it's my favourite thing to say, don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone. Like, don't listen to anyone about anything, because they're literally wrong. Or maybe they're right today, but they'll be wrong tomorrow. So, like, I used to be like texting everyone like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Like, even when I was in a store, like buying a dress or something, like, do you like this? Do you like this? What do you think about this? Like, girl, no. We're in our own power. You know if you like the dress or not. Do you know what I mean? And that goes for everything in your life. You know if you like the job, you know if you like where you live, you know if you like a partner, you know if you like your friends, you know if you like everything. Like, you have only you know, because you're the only one that was there. Even if there's other people there, they're not there with your experience or your you know, like, there's 2 people walk into a bar. It's not a joke, it's actually serious. 2 people walk into a bar, and like, one of them has grown up, had an amazing childhood, like had a really, really good friend called Bob in their childhood. Oh, what am I saying right now? What am I saying? But it's going somewhere, trust me. Had a really good friend called Bob, and it was their childhood best friend, and maybe they're still pretty close now, and he was called Bob, yeah? Then the other guy that he's with, he had a guy at Bob, he had a guy at school called Bob who bullied him. And then they walk into this bar, and there's a guy like, hey, my name's Bob, nice to meet you. Instantly, one person A is like, oh, Bob, I know a Bob, he's great, Bob is a great name. The other guy is like, I know a Bob and he's awful, so instantly I don't like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, same experience, same people, different vibe. And like, that person, the person that's had a bad experience with Bob, could say to the other guy, we shouldn't talk to Bob, like, you shouldn't be friends with Bob. But the first guy's like, I love Bob, he's great. Guys, this is what happens when you don't sleep. I go delirium, I have these thoughts. Like, I think that makes sense. I have these thoughts, they go from my brain, and then I talk, and then I feel better. So anyway, I'm gonna sing. Bye. Guys, this book that I've been talking about, Not Nice, is hilarious. I just did the next challenge, and it was like, ask for something for free. And I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Like, this is just a big laugh. So I didn't go to any shops or anything today, but I was going to diving. You have to pay entry for diving, right? Every time I go diving, I pay entry and parking. I told you about this. I just didn't pay parking, then I got loads of tickets, so I had to start paying parking. Anyway, and then I was like, can I get in for free? Luckily, I'm there like 4 days a week. Luckily, it's a guy that's not really there that often. So I was like, can I get in for free? He was like, no, you do have to pay entry. But if you join the membership, like, it's probably cheaper. And I was like, membership? He was like, yeah, the membership's like X amount a week, and like blah, 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 and you get free parking and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my god, literally. I've been diving since April 2023. Who told me there was a membership where I could get cheaper? I've been paying so much money in car parking and entry fees when I could have just done the membership. So from that, I didn't get it for free, but I'm going to save so much money just by doing something a bit unhinged. Guys, you've got to live your life. You've got to actually live your life. Look at the sunset. Oh, every day it gets me, guys. Literally, it doesn't matter what is going on in life. Even if life is the worst it's ever been or the best it's ever been, every night I'm like, sunset. What? And if I get to be up in the morning for sunrise, oh, are we here? Hello? If I get to be up in the morning for sunrise, I'm like, morning, sunrise. Okay, literally stop. Okay, bye.